alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Dominic Lawton can be wild. Welcome to the Bad Movie Cult.
Hello and welcome to the Bad Movie Cult podcast, where each week we guide you through a film step by step, and in the end we decide if it's good enough or bad enough to be inducted into the Bad Movie Cult. And with me, my partner in crime, my podcasting wife, Mr. Ken B. Wild.
Hello again.
And this week we've got a heavy hitter of the bad movie variety.
Holy shit.
We've finally got round to him. 4 years in the making, we're finally covering... No, it's not The Room, calm down. We'll get to it.
Not yet.
No. This week we are covering the 2013 Neil Breen film, Fateful Findings.
I was given paranormal powers as a child. I've hacked into just about all the information I need. They have no idea. No more books!
You were given a power.
Others want to take this from
me. He's writing about government secrets.
I knew I loved you when I was 8 years old. All this time, I haven't been working on my next book. I've hacked into the most secret government and corporate secrets. I'm using it to make a real difference. And I'm going to expose them all. Should I be afraid? Should we be afraid? I'm not ready for this! I want to be honest with all of you. I've been hacking into government and corporate systems all over the country.
You're going to get yourself killed.
But you should be scared, because it is the truth. Act now, on your own, outside of the corporate systems and these incompetent politicians. You want to get out of here, but you can't see what's about to happen.
Got an IMDb rating for you, Ken.
Go on.
4.3 out of 10.
Unbelievable.
That is unbelievable,
it's
isn't it?
very fucking high.
Got a plot for you?
Yeah, go on then.
You know, Ken, before we kick off, we're going to play a little game. We're going to play a little game for you.
Oh, man.
It's called What the Fuck Is This? It's we're talking Neil Breen films.
Okay. It's exciting, isn't it, listeners?
Yeah, he's made 6 films.
6 films. Okay.
Yeah. His first one is Double Down.
Double Down.
I'm going to give you the plot, and you've got to tell me what you think out of 10 the IMDb listeners have rated it.
Okay. For
every one you get right, you get a prize.
How am I allowed to be, within a certain...
I'll give you a little wiggle room.
Okay, thank you.
0.3 either side.
Okay, I'm in.
Double Down, 2005. And I also want you to tell me your least favourite, or your initial reactions maybe to the plot, what you think to it.
Oh, gosh, Jesus. It's a bit more complicated than what you made out.
Double Down, 2005. The controversial story of a lone genius. I don't know if you know
who plays that.
Yeah. Who closes down the Las Vegas Strip. The government can't stop him as he reunites with his dead girlfriend each night. It's like MacGruber, that is.
Is that it? Is that the plot?
That's the plot.
3.7.
It's 4.0.
Oh, that's 0.3.
Yes.
I'm in. That's 1 point.
Well done.
Thank you. Yes. Oh, it's a fucking flyer.
4 years it takes him to come back with his sophomore effort. I am here. ... Now. Disappointed by its creation, the almighty being that created man, Andrew plays him, arrives on Earth in a human form and interacts with various troubled, wicked and sinful people on his journey to Las Vegas.
What's he going to fucking Vegas for? Just for shits and giggles? Yeah?
Yeah. You think that's higher or lower than Double Down?
I'm going to go 4.2. I think it's higher.
It's 4.3.
Oh!
He's got it.
Come on.
I've already read it out. Fateful Findings is 4.3. I've already read out... Oh, did I read the plot? Have I read it yet? Or should I read it now? I'll read it now.
Not yet, you haven't.
A computer scientist / novelist
Wonder who plays that?
reunites with his childhood friend, hacks into government databases and faces the dire and fateful consequences of the mystical actions he obtained as a child.
It even makes sense. You don't obtain mystical actions. You perform them.
Yep.
You perform an action, you don't obtain them. You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
As what you say, 4.3.
Yeah.
So this is on a par.
On a par with I Am Here
so
Now.
This is still top.
Pass Through.
Mm-hmm.
2016. A messianic entity from the future
Wonder who plays that?
travels to modern day Earth to wipe out 300 million bad people and usher in a new era of peace.
Fucking kid. There's a kid writing this. I don't know. I mean, 3 million bad people gone. That's got to be good.
300 million.
300 million. Fuck, there's more of us than I thought. More of them than I thought. So, stay away, Neil. 4.5. I'm going up.
It's exactly 4.5.
Whoa! Come on, Breen. Don't let me down now.
Twisted Pair.
No, thanks.
2018.
Just sat down too quick.
Identical twin brothers become hybrid AI entities.
Wonder who play them.
Yet are torn in different directions to achieve justice for humanity.
Fucking hell, there's a common thread.
There's no small concepts with Breen, is there?
I'm going up to 4.6.
It's 4.8.
Whoa, fucking hell, man.
He's rising, I'm telling you.
But when was that?
2018.
That's a long time, though, isn't it? He's made more. He needs... Has he quit?
No.
Is he Tarantino'd out and just quit that and done?
Nope. We've got Neil Breen, a 5-film retrospective from 2020.
No, I don't think that counts.
Architect turned filmmaker Neil Breen, a god in his own right, humbly shares his professional movie knowledge along with how he was able to write, shoot, edit, produce, direct, act, and self-fund 5 theatrical independent feature films. It's a documentary on the man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that counts. I mean, okay, for this it does, but I'm going to drop him down to 4.2.
6.5.
Fucking hell. It's the one I got wrong.
There's another film.
What?
2023.
Yeah?
Cade, The Tortured Crossing.
Oh, shit, yes. How could I forget this?
An identical AI twin brother restores an old mysterious mental asylum, and he takes it upon himself to mystically train the patients as warriors for humanity and peace and justice.
And sandwiches for lunch.
And sandwiches.
5.2.
5.2.
Fucking hell. I've judged the world.
You have.
For humanity's sake.
So you've just heard all of Neil Breen's films. What are your thoughts on that?
He's on a quest for the good of the world, isn't he?
He is. He doesn't want to just do films. He wants to change the world with his films.
Yeah. This film's changed my world. Fateful Findings.
Has it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Changed my whole fucking outlook.
I mean, we're obviously going to be covering all of these except for probably the documentary.
Yeah, fuck that.
But we had to start Fateful Findings. That's the one that he's known for most, I think. I've got a tagline.
Yep.
A Neil Breen film is the tagline.
And it is.
Yep.
You're right.
Got some keywords?
Yeah, go on.
Suicide. Barbecue. Pill addiction.
Yeah.
butt crack.
Yes.
Hacker.
Yep.
Laptop computer.
Lots of them.
Sex in the shower.
Yeah, oh, go on then.
President of the bank.
I resign.
Whistleblower. Coffee.
Oh.
Press conference.
Yes.
And of course, Breenius.
It's total Breenius, isn't it?
Yes.
What a fucking film this is. Let's crack straight into it after that.
Let's go.
Yep.
So the film opens with a storage lockup, and there's a massive fake-looking book on a table covered in glitter.
It's huge, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like Garth Marenghi's The Tome, where he
Yes.
said it's too large to ever be read.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it is. You wouldn't be able to pick that up and start reading it. It's fucking stupid.
Yep. Cut to some kids messing about.
Yep, having a bit of a run, bit of a play.
Here's a boy and a girl at a ram skull. They walk past a ram skull, and it slowly follows their movements.
What's a fucking ram skull?
A ram
Oh,
skull.
sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were giving me some sort of like detailed Latin name for a plant. Yeah, the skull of a ram.
The skull of a ram, indeed.
Yeah.
Beautiful scenery I've put. I liked that. I like the look of the mountains and all
Is it real? Is that real, or has he CGI'd that shit in at the
He's
end?
not affording CGI back in whenever this
You're
was.
talking about the whole fucking thing's CGI.
Oh, I see what you... No, this is real.
Okay, good.
I thought you meant good CGI, like it actually
Of
looks
course
like it's
not.
outside.
Of
No.
course not.
I like that, we found a mushroom, and I like the way the kid points at the
He
mushroom.
presents it.
He does,
Presents it with both hands.
Both hands cupped.
He says, "Look, a mushroom," and then presents it
Yeah.
as it turns into a treasure.
Wow.
How's this happening and why?
And they
Hey,
get it.
was that Owen Wilson you were doing there?
Wow. Yeah. We get some little smoke going across the field as well. What
Yes.
the fuck's that?
Little spirit smoke.
Little willow wisp.
Willow tea wisp. Yeah, don't know. I'll tell you what, though. It's a magical day.
Yeah, if only someone wrote that down. That's a good quote.
Well, I don't know, maybe later.
Christmas decorations are put in a box.
Yeah, we said we can't leave it empty because this treasure, it's like a little jewel box, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
He
bad luck.
Takes the treasure out because he's a little fucking thief. And she says we can't leave it empty and just put some shit in it. I don't even know what they're taking out of it. Is it like a little black cube? Looks like a piece of coal.
Yeah, like a little black dice.
Yes, but anyway, yeah. So they put. It looks like she just puts a few pick and mix in it.
Yeah.
Little sweeties.
She's going to make a bracelet.
Yeah, that's nice of her, isn't it? But you need to remember that, listener.
Yeah.
Yes, it's heavily featured later.
Once they close the lid, it turns back into a mushroom.
Yep, and they say again, it's a magical day.
Yes.
And as Dom suggested, wouldn't it be a nice idea to maybe write that down to remember it? They do. She writes it down in a little notebook. That all that seems to be written in this notebook is, it's a magical day.
I don't know about you, Ken, but I'd keep that on me forever.
I fucking
I'd
would.
never fucking leave home without
I've got
that.
a notebook with me. Well, I'm reading it now, reading my notes, and I've got It's a Magical Day written on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my notes for this film, and I've written it 3 times.
I found my old notes for this.
Really? I
And
couldn't.
transcribed my
I
notes.
potentially have still got them,
Yeah.
but I went in fresh and raw
Yeah.
for Neil Breen.
I can tell we were annoyed because what started off as sort of in-depth notes turned into sort of one word. I can tell we were just wanting to get through it.
Just abuse.
Yeah.
Abuse at the Breen.
And we cut to the little girl's family. She's called Leah. Moving out and moving away.
Yeah, because that little box there, they've covered it back up and it turns back into a mushroom.
Yeah.
And off we go. Yeah, back to the family. They are leaving. He says, come on, hurry up, but then walks really slowly. Big old fat fucking dad, isn't he? She says, where's Dylan? We don't know who that is at the moment, but it turns out very, very valuable information.
Yep.
It's Dylan's the little boy that she was just with. He turns up. She gets in the car. She drives off. They're both waving at each other in the most natural fashion you could imagine people waving.
Yep.
And he shouts, Leah! 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 Just at the car as they drive off. Which
Yeah.
I think is, I don't know, maybe he meant bye? I don't know.
I
Maybe
think so.
goodbye or something, but instead he just shouts her name at her.
He's waving like a cunt and she's waving like a Nazi. out of the car.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's got to be difficult to find children that can't wave.
I thought that, yeah.
Wouldn't you think?
They found 2.
Yeah, I've got a 7-year-old daughter. She can wave.
Yeah.
And I don't remember ever teaching her how.
I tell you what, she's bloody good at it, Ken. You must be proud.
Yeah, right, I'm very proud. I've got an hour-long video of her just waving. A full hour. Yeah, she's waved. I don't remember ever teaching her how, but she can.
Yeah.
These kids can't. So well done to Neil Breen for maybe auditioning to find who couldn't.
To be fair, he couldn't be the worst actor in the film. He had to find someone worse.
He's failed. They can't wave, but they're better.
Leah! Leah!
Leah and I had a fantastic summer together. But Leah's father got transferred and they had to move. I never heard from her or saw her again.
Anyway, we get a voiceover now, and we're introduced to the lovely melodic voice of Neil Breen.
Yes, the star of the film.
Who says it was a wonderful summer, but I never heard or saw her again.
Yeah.
The end. And that's the end of the film. Yeah, he just says it was a wonderful summer together, but he never heard from her or ever saw her again. Which is not true, because the whole film is about like meeting up again, but still lovely.
And it's just the way he steps out as well. The first time you see him, just the glassy-eyed. Looks like he's wearing a sort of dead animal on his head with sideburns.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, and here he is in person. He's on the phone to the lovely Emily, who I believed was his wife, but apparently not.
No, that is his wife.
Is it supposed to be his wife? I'd have thought it was just his lady friend.
It's his wife.
Okay.
I believe so. That's what I've written.
Oh, yeah, I've written on phone to wife, but I've put a question mark.
Yeah.
And I've also put maybe on his way home with a question mark, so we don't know what the fuck's going on.
What I like is she's having a conversation and he is not replying, but she is replying to him, even though he's not speaking. He's just listening on the phone. And I also like he stops at the side of the road to cross. There's lots of shots of just legs in this film.
Yes, there are, yes. Legs are plenty.
And there's loads of people on the sidewalk. They all start walking, and then when we go to a wide shot, it's just him on the side of the road there, and he's walking.
Yeah, it's just him on his own.
He drops his phone, which is one of those old keyboard phones, that flip phone with a keyboard on it.
Open it up with a keyboard. Remember, you know how like when you're on a phone call and you somehow just drop your phone in the middle of a phone call, even though that's literally the only thing you're doing is holding the phone, but you suddenly forget how to hold on to something.
Holding the phone and crossing the road is the only 2 things he's doing.
Yeah, and one of them he fails to do correctly. And he drops the phone onto the floor, which is devastating, obviously, because he was talking to his lovely wife. But as he goes to pick it up...
shits himself.
It looks like he does.
Yeah.
I would have, to be honest, because as he goes to pick it up, he's immediately run over by a Rolls Royce, who, to be fair, plows into him as well.
Yeah.
It's not going slow. Even though the light said he could walk, it didn't say he could drop his phone and take an extra 3 seconds.
Yeah, I actually thought that wasn't a bad...
I liked it.
Yeah.
I think he liked it as well, because he put it in a couple of more times later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was really quite funny. He just looks up and gets run over, ploughed through by a Rolls Royce.
Yeah, everyone takes it in turns to be shocked, but the best one is the Australian.
Oh, he's great, isn't
Inexplicable Australian, I've written. And he says that I saw it. I'm a witness.
Yeah.
It was that Rolls Royce, and the Rolls Royce is parked in front of him
It's
with
still
blood all
there.
over it.
It's still there, and it's splattered with blood. It's literally the only vehicle in the fucking road.
Call 911. Call 911.
Is he dead? Is he dead? It's the Rolls Royce that hit him. I saw it. I'm a witness.
And the woman gets out. Is that supposed to be?
Well, we'll find out later, Dom. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
No, but we don't know ever. It's just some sexy lady legs.
Wow.
Yeah, getting out of a Rolls Royce.
Wow.
Comes to have a look, sees it's Neil Breen, thinks, fuck for that.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know who it is.
Yeah, so I enjoyed that. I laughed out loud at the Australian man just saying, what we already knew.
I'm a witness.
I'm a witness.
Yeah, you all are. You're all fucking there, look. And we know it's the Rolls Royce because that's fucking there. What are you going to do next? Tell me that somebody got hurt? Yeah, he's fucking there as well. Look, there he is.
All of this is incredible. He's still got his dice, his black dice, the little rock.
He has rolled out of his hand.
Yes.
In fairness, his phone's there. You get to see the sexy lady legs walking towards the phone.
Not his sexy lady legs.
no, more on those later. But he reaches for the phone, fucking for ages. Fails to actually pick the phone up. You still hear his wife just going, "Hello, Neil Breen, are you there?" And what he does is he clutches his little black pebble.
Dick. Oh,
little black pebble. That is what he calls his dick.
Yeah.
And a spirit wind blows again. Yeah, that's the sexy lady legs. Lets one rip. And we cut to a hospital.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Fucking hell.
He's put on the stretcher.
It's two different opening scenes that we've had there. One as a kid, two as a grown-up. Both of them have ended badly for him.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed this. But they put the oxygen mask on him wrong as well when they put him on the stretcher.
Yeah.
But nothing compared
not to when he's in the fucking hospital itself. Fucking hell. Anyway, we cut to the hospital now. He's in the hospital. He's laid on the hospital bed. The spirit wind is blowing again.
Yes, indeed.
It's blowing the window, the blinds. The window blinds. They're blowing in the breeze.
Mm-hmm.
We see him, and his face is totally covered with bandages. But big, thick fucking bandages as well.
Yeah.
Not just against his face, but sort of like off his face a bit.
Yeah, like a
due to
gauze.
the thickness of it.
He's got like a catcher's mitt on his fucking face.
Yeah, but to help him, I have attached the breathing tube onto the top of it.
Yeah.
Like he can breathe through the fucking
The
thing.
breathing tube and the oxygen mask are all above him, all on the fucking bandages, not on his actual face.
The fucking idiot.
Laughed out loud at that.
Yeah, anyway, it doesn't take him long before he just gets up.
Yeah.
He just gets up, takes the oxygen thing off him, because he's like, what the fuck is this? It's not even there. It's not even proper. And he stands up, leaves.
Yeah.
He leaves, showing us his ass as he goes. Because he's got his robe on, so he shows us all his beautiful Neil Breen's buttocks.
He's not quite Tommy Wiseau, is it?
Tommy Wiseau's was like made out of oatmeal, wasn't it? It was like oatmeal ass.
Yeah.
This, I don't know. It's got a bit more to it. But it's not a nice ass as far as men's asses go.
Yeah. And Ken's a
look here.
A connoisseur.
Now look here. We spoke about the substance, right? And in that scene, there's the bloke banging on the bathroom door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Sue's boyfriend,
Yes.
if you recall.
Yes.
And when he opens it, it's Demi Moore all in fucking Roald Dahl's The Witch's outfit.
Yes.
But we get to see a beautiful close-up of his buttocks.
Mm-hmm.
And he has superb buttocks. Somewhat hairy, for my liking, as buttocks go. But you can appreciate a good pair of buttocks. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
What about if a woman had hairy buttocks? Would you be upset?
Depends. What am I doing with them?
Licking them.
I don't know. Yeah, fuck it, I'd go for it.
Yeah, he does. He disappears. We see the nurse, though, as well, don't we? Isn't that...
Yes, we do, but beforehand, we see his ass, and which is always a pleasure. Then we get a close-up of the trolley, or the bed he was on, just a close-up of that for some reason, and then a man's feet. He's wearing black shoes.
Black shiny
trousers,
shoes.
Very
Yes.
shiny, very, very shiny. And they just vanish.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, okay. Not quickly either. Very slowly. They slowly just fade away. That's useful.
That is.
Yeah.
That'll be solved later.
Of course it will. Yeah. Yep. Equally, like the lady was from beginning. It's all linked.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all linked to this. So then we go to we see a shower. And we see blood.
There's so much blood.
Blood in the shower. It's like he's fucking melting. Oh, as I put, looks like he may be eating lasagna in the shower.
I think he is, yeah.
Just fucking, there's bits, he's solid as well.
Yeah.
It's like lumpy blood smashing into the shower floor. But Apparently it's just him having a quick shower, which is weird because he's still got his bandage on his face as well, so we don't know where that blood's coming from.
No.
But
free-flowing fucking blood coming out of his face.
Then we cut back to the hospital. There's a female doctor. She's there saying, hello, Mr. Oh, he's gone. She's wearing a bracelet. A little plastic bracelet, like the one Sarah gives Hoggle in Labyrinth. Hoggle! Where's he gone? She says. And she phones up some other doctor and says, the patient's gone. And he says, oh, okay. Well, I'm not in it anymore, so bye.
Yeah, so I don't give
a fuck. He's never in the film again. And then we go back to the shower. The wife wakes up. Remember the wife from earlier, the one who was on the phone, and phone went dead, and she just thought, oh, well, and maybe gone to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she wakes up, and she goes into the shower room, hearing the shower running. And in she goes, and she sees Neil Breen's naked buttocks in the shower. And she goes in to join him, wearing her negligee.
Mm.
And if you ever wonder why Neil Breen makes these films, I can only assume it's scenes like this.
Yeah. It's because the love interest is 32 years younger than him.
Is that an exact number?
Yes.
Fucking hell. No wonder he just looked like a rapist.
Yeah, through the whole time. Yeah.
Creepy as fuck. Every scene he's in with a woman.
Yeah.
Oh.
More on that later.
Yeah, I don't really want it.
What I like is it looks like he's got a used nappy on his face. Or a diaper for you Americans.
Hey, where's that diaper? It's on Neil Breen's face.
He's like the Phantom of the Opera having a shower.
He looks fucking stupid, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
But anyway, he's naked, totally fucking naked, and pressed against her. Yeah, she looks like she's enjoying the scene.
She does, yeah.
Well, more on that later. Yeah, and then we cut to the next bit. He's got 4 fucking laptops. Yeah. He's in his working office, which I've called the laptop room for a lot of it. But yeah, it's his office. He's got 4 laptops.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
It's none
of them are even on.
None of them turned on.
None of them are turned on throughout any of this film. Then we cut to him. He's got his bandages on still, and he's reading. She's apparently on the phone to his doctor, saying that he's working on his next book. He's reading his book in the office, and he's in pain. He's in so much pain with a mysterious paranormal headache that he drops his book onto his laptop, takes out 2 of his laptops with this, and then he wakes up. He's in bed again. I was like, what's the fuck? and basically this film just sort of cuts between scenes, and it's the scenes without any dialogue that are the best scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And they're shit.
Yes.
So it's when he adds dialogue to them that you just think, oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, so all of this, it means nothing. Makes no sense whatsoever, but they're better than when he speaks.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all over now, because he's woken up a little bit better now, and now he's going to speak. And welcome to Neil Breen.
I know. Your deadlines. I've got deadlines. I'm not signing it. That's it. Leave me alone. Do not call me anymore. I'll call you. I have a damn master's degree in computer science, and I turn out to be a writer of novels. All that's coming to an end now.
He's got a damn master's degree.
That's what he tells us. He's flexing his acting chops now, as he tells us. He's got a master's degree in computer science, but he writes novels.
Yeah.
And he's on the phone again, and he's talking about deadlines. It's like, what deadlines? He's in a fucking coma. It's like, who's giving him deadlines when he's like near dead? Somebody out there's like, well, you only got a week left. I hope you wake up. Otherwise the deal's off, Breen. I don't know whether the novel he was writing was Coma Toast, the novel of Steven Seagal in Hard to Kill.
Yeah.
But anyway, then we fuck all that off, because that's that bit done.
Yeah.
And we cut to some ridiculous bloke with his wife.
Yeah, the alcoholic best friend of Neil Breen, whose name I wrote later,
his
but
name's
not now.
Mike.
Mike.
His
Yes,
name's
Mike.
Mike and Amy.
Amy, yeah.
Yeah, Mike and Amy. So Mike, he's drinking vodka. And his beautiful wife, she's a good actress.
We don't have sex anymore. Do you realize that?
Where did that come from?
It has been months. What's happened?
Where did that come from?
And she just says the same thing. She can't fucking believe that Mike's turned up with this sort of shit. And then she gives us the, oh, well, I'm very busy. My back's killing me. I've got problems at the office, at work. And it's just like, well, you might as well just say you've got a headache. Plus you're washing your hair. I don't know, whatever else fucking seems feasible. And then she says, anyway, shush, or she'll hear you. And he says, who? Your stepdaughter. Which I thought would therefore assume that it's either, is it his real daughter?
Well, that's what I
thought.
thought.
Why on earth would he refer to her as your stepdaughter?
Yeah, so it must be, yeah, so it's not even her daughter, but
So it's not her daughter, but is it not his daughter? Well, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck
Who
are they
knows
talking about?
anyway? We don't fucking worry about that either because, who cares?
Yeah.
And this is, well, maybe she should hear us. And then we cut to her and she's just like an attractive teenager.
Yeah.
He's not really fucking bothered either way.
No.
Goes on and sits on a bed just like that. Oh, whatever.
Yes, so, yeah, the stepdaughter, how old is she as well?
I don't know. But what? I don't know. She's got to be 16.
Yeah.
Are we saying 16?
I would guess so. Probably a little bit older, but probably playing 16.
No idea.
Where are Neil's pills? Where are my pills?
He shouts. He's in his office again. He's on one of 4 laptops. It's not turned on, but he's okay with that. And he just shouts out randomly into the room, where are my pills?
Yeah.
Shouts it twice as well in case he didn't hear himself earlier. And I'll get them, shouts his wife, who's already stood next to the medicine cabinet. And she pockets a few. She pockets a few for herself, Tom.
Mm.
What's going on there?
It's a downward spiral. It's a slippery slope.
Oh, no. Not poor old Emily.
Yeah.
As she's called, I believe.
Red-blooded American Emily.
That's him. Yeah, and she goes in. She gives him his pills, and he just says, I don't need these.
He just looks at the bottle and he's like, I'm not taking these.
Yeah, he doesn't need them at all. So he goes to the toilet, and she's like, wait, don't do that. And he says, no.
Go to hell, he says.
And he says, no, I will. I am going to throw these tablets down the toilet. I don't need these pills, although I did specifically shout, where are they, for me to have. But now I know I've changed my mind. I don't want them. And she goes, no! But he does. He just puts them down the toilet and fucks off.
Where are my pills? Where are my pills?
I'll get them for you.
Thank you. I don't need these. I'm not going to take these anymore. No more. No more.
Don't do that.
No.
Then what he does with the like container they've come out of, the little pill box they come out of, he just throws it on the floor. It's like, fucking pick that up, you fucking bastard. He just chucks it on the floor.
Yeah.
That's fucking like, what are you doing? I understand the first bit, but fucking put it in the bin. His wife, however, Emily, she retrieves them.
Yeah, I guess they're not soluble then.
No, of course not.
Okay, why would they be?
No, she sticks her hand down the toilet and pulls them all back out.
Yeah.
Which is probably why he's not been the receptacle.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she puts them back in. But we ain't got time for that now because there's a spirit wind in the office.
There is indeed.
And his little black stone. And we inexplicably segue to Neil Breen in a little room covered in bin bags.
Yeah.
He's got no fucking clothes on
He's
whatsoever.
naked again, yeah.
He's got no fucking clothes on. Got his bloody ass out again.
Yeah. He's got the book. The book's there as well, isn't it? Or is that later?
I think that's later on.
Yeah.
He's just sat there staring at fucking bin bag.
I put bin bag hell.
Yeah, he's just staring at a bin bag.
Yeah.
With no clothes on.
Oh, that's artsy.
Yeah, and then he wakes up. His wife's having a bit of a mumble.
Yeah. Where were you just then? I'm American.
And he says, I feel like something's inside me. And she's like, oh, you weren't supposed to... Oh. now we just go. He walks off and walks up a big staircase to stare at a psychotherapist from across a really long table.
Yeah, I've put it's a bit like the date scene from Batman. Where Kim Basinger and Michael Keaton go on a date.
Right, yeah. And and he just says, do you want more pills? And he goes, no.
Yeah. So I gave you the medication to help you write your book. And Neil says, I'm feeling...
frisky. Come here, you.
I'm feeling less stable. He says everything very, very slowly in this.
He does it. And what I like is he seems to encourage the rest of the cast to do the same.
Yes.
If possible. If you get a chance, during the one sentence of dialogue, maybe pause after maybe, I don't know, the second word.
Yeah.
Maybe just for 5 seconds and then finish the sentence like it was normal.
Yeah, and if you want to, just maybe say the sentence again.
Sorry?
Just maybe say the sentence again.
Yeah, and that's what happens here. And I didn't write it all down. Dom's nearly thrown his laptop on the floor. He's getting right into this film.
Yeah, I'm Neil Breen. I'm getting in character.
Well, if you wonder what we're talking about, it's happening right now. He gets off the phone again. He's at home again now. He gets off the phone. He's got another paranormal headache, which we don't know. I have a clue what's going on. So he has a little quick drink of coffee. And whilst he's drinking coffee, his hand starts to tremble.
This is beautiful acting from Neil. This was laugh out loud for me. I don't know about you, Ken.
Oh, fucking every time. It's just so long, though, isn't it? This scene. He's trembling, drinking his coffee. His hand holding his coffee cup. It's trembling away. He has a flashback to the accident. He spills coffee all over the place. It's all over the laptop. He's unconscious. It's all over his own face. He's laid on the table. Coffee is all over his laptop and seeping onto his face, which he's probably absorbing because he's made of leather. and that's the end of that scene as well.
Oh,
so he's unfortunately failed to drink a coffee.
Yes,
correctly.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's Jim up to?
Jim, I'll tell you what Jim's up to.
Well, what's Jim up to?
His wife's bollocking him.
What for?
For being with her.
Oh, right, okay. I'll tell you why, though. Because he's washing his bloody Ferrari, isn't he?
Oh, the beautiful Ferrari.
He's in there with a Ferrari Testarossa, which we all had on our walls back then.
Yeah.
And it's the exact one as well, red one.
Indeed,
it's
it
a
is.
Bloody lovely red one.
Beautiful.
And his wife is saying, you care more about that car than you do about me, blah, 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 blah. And he says, yeah, that's because my car's not a fucking bitch. Yeah. Something along those lines. Although, to be fair, she's got nice tits. The car hasn't.
The car does.
Not that I could see.
Mm.
Oh, really? Oh, I don't know. Do you have that poster?
I did, yeah.
The Ferrari tits.
Yeah. That was my band in high school.
That was popular with men and women alike.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't really know what else gets said there. We're back to Emily now. Emily and Dylan. And she says...
They're just standing in the kitchen together, aren't they? He's very close to her.
Yeah, and then she says, shall we invite Amy and Jim over for something to eat? He says, yes. Call her. She's like, yeah, I fucking will. I've got the phone already. That was why I asked.
But he says that very close to her face.
Yes, and so she does. She calls and says, hello, would you like to come on over for dinner? And she says, yeah, we could use the break. So from what? Break from what? You don't fucking do anything. He's got a Ferrari. You just fucking like there being moody with him.
Just there with your tits.
Oh, we cut straight to that dinner anyway, and they're all smiling. Breen, however, is just staring blankly like an android at fucking everybody as one by one they speak the line he's written for them.
They use a shot, maybe 3 times, of him smiling and nodding over and over again, and I hated it.
He looks fucking mental.
He does, yes.
Yeah, I didn't like it either. Thing is, that's not just an accidental, or maybe he's just smiled badly once. He smiles later on in a different shot, and it's the same smile, and you just think, ugh.
It's horrible, isn't it?
You just think, no.
It's like the young daughter talks about a project on elephants that she's doing, and the drunk dad is like, now, Dylan doesn't want to hear about elephants, and he turns, he's like, no, I do want to hear about elephants.
I want to hear about her project.
Yeah, and he's like nodding at him for ages. It's like, what are we doing? Everyone's having a different conversation around this table.
They said, I'm glad you could come. He said, I'm glad to be here. And he says, would you like some wine? So I'd love to try your wine. Says,
yes,
what?
yes,
What?
I
Hang
would
on a-
love to try your wine.
Yeah, and then it's just...
I'm throwing my laptop again, people. I'm really getting into it.
I'm so glad you could all come for dinner.
We're glad to visit.
I want you to try this new wine.
I'd love to try your wine. I still can't believe you're up and around so fast.
That is amazing. When you were in the hospital, you were really bad shape. Comatose. We and the doctors didn't think you were going to make it.
I'm still sore, but feeling much better, thanks.
Dinner will be ready soon.
I'm hungry. I can't wait for dinner.
It seems like it never happened.
I've got great family genes, but I'm still in pain.
Then Jim inexplicably spills his beer all over the place and then just shrugs like it's like, oh, well.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not your fucking house, you clumsy bastard. Clean that shit up. He doesn't. He just laughs. Then we get projects about some elephants in Africa, which is, again, how fucking old is she?
I know, yeah, elephants in Africa.
My fucking daughter's done that, 7 years old.
Yeah.
And she can wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's above everyone in this film.
Yeah, she's in the top set because she can do both at the same time.
She knows about elephants already.
Speaking of top sets, I like when the daughter turns to the mom and says, "Can I be excused?"
Yeah,
And
even though she's just said, I can't wait for dinner.
Yeah, and the mom shakes her head. Like, the way she does it is so fucking bad. She can't even shake her head convincingly. She shakes her head but looks like astonished that she's shaking her own head.
Nothing in this is convincing. Nothing. Well, Neil Breen, he doesn't feel so well and says that while shaking his head a little bit into his hand.
Yeah.
And that's the end of that scene as well. That's the dinner.
Yeah.
So glad of them to come. We go back up to the laptop room and he tears some paper and he throws his pen at his own laptops and says, I'll keep on hacking into government and national and international corruption. Cut.
Yeah, and that's the first time that you hear about that, of him hacking into government corruption. And
Oh, well, maybe it's the last time.
Yeah, I think
maybe
so.
It's a side plot.
Yeah, we're half an hour in before we're told that he's actually hacking into government systems.
Yeah. And we'll be reminded of that now every
Yeah.
few minutes. Anyway, back to Jim.
National and international corruption that he knows is going on. He knows.
He does. Because he's been comatose.
Yeah.
He's seen it all in his dreams, in his bin bag world of dreams.
Yeah. Don't we get him arguing with his wife about the meds now?
And apparently, she's on Dylan's meds. That's why she's rescued them from the lavatorial bowl.
Wow.
But then we have Dylan and Emily. They have a heartbreaking chat.
It is. It's tough to watch.
About drug addiction.
Yeah.
She says she's been taking it for pain relief, although we're not certain as to what that fuck he's talking about. Maybe the pain of living with Neil Breen.
Yes.
She'd much rather just be high all the time than actually even look at him.
Yeah. Well, fair enough.
Yeah, you gotta accept that.
Your pill taking for pain relief has gotten completely out of control, but said worse than how I've just said it.
He says that it's the wrong choice.
Yes.
As well, just in case she wasn't sure what he meant. Yeah, every fucking conversation they have is so bad.
Yeah.
But then we cut to laptops.
I've got to get this work done. It's going to change the world as we know it. It's going to change everything. They have no idea. Just keeps saying that to himself.
Yep. Well, she's there as well. She walks in and says, my job sucks. I don't like the people I work with. This is now downstairs. He's brought his laptop downstairs as well to continue his own conversation. And she says, I don't like the people I'm working with. And he says, I'm hacking. This will change the world. And she's like, hello? And he says, they have no idea. And she says, the bank is failing. He counters with, the pills are a crutch. She gives him the, maybe it's you that's the reason. And his reaction to that is simply, what?
Yeah.
Like, that's outrageous. Let's talk about this.
I've been so supportive of you.
Yeah.
So supportive.
So supportive as well, not just leaving it at that. I'm going to back myself up.
I like the line, "You're not the same girl. I want that girl back." And she replies, "She's not coming back." Quick cut to the office.
Yep, he's up in the office because he said...
she storms in and says, "I'm done talking."
I'm done talking.
Even though he's not speaking to her.
Like he's upstairs now and that conversation had ended.
Yeah.
About 10 minutes before. "I'm done talking."
And he grabs her.
Yeah, what?
Destroys his own office. Just throws laptops to the ground, one after the other.
2 laptops hit the deck.
Yeah.
2 laptops hit the floor. He's got papers in the air. Books are being thrown around the room. More paper in the air. And then, what you never wanted to see starts happening. Shirt ripping.
Shirt rippers.
Both of them. Shirt rippers, both. And they start laughing. And ripping each other's clothes off and just laughing about it. And we see it, and it's horrible. It's disturbing and not what we ever wanted. And that goes on for fucking ages.
Yeah, and they're laughing to each other.
And he picks more bits of paper up, throws it in the air, and they laugh and they kiss, and they've got like half a shirt on. And it's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
And pointless.
Mm-hmm.
But there we go, that's that bit.
Speaking of horrible and pointless, he's got a new psychologist.
Of course he has, yeah.
Yeah. Who's in a broom cupboard somewhere.
It's some old crone.
Yeah.
I've written here that because they're sitting very close, or it's in complete contradiction to the other psychotherapist who's sitting very, very far away. So I'm thinking that one, with the distance of that's very cold and clinical. He's in it just for the job, whereas this one, very close. She actually understands what's going on, and she's a more spiritual psychotherapist than the previous. And I think that's the key. He feels like he can tell her things, but he could not possibly tell the other guy things due to the distance betwixt them.
Yeah, because he wasn't interested in his problems. He wanted to solve everything with meds.
But this lady, she doesn't even know why she's in the film. So, yeah, he has an opportunity to explain it.
She says the wind will harm you.
Yeah, and then lets one rip right in his face.
Yeah. Nearly knocks his fucking wig off.
Have it.
And Neil Breen, because she knows what he's doing, and Neil says, "You know about it? How do you know? They want what you have. I never asked for this," said Neil. "It was meant for you. It's yours forever now." And then we get a shot of him staring at himself in the mirror.
Yeah, this is haunting, isn't it?
It is.
It's so well done. You couldn't even tell it was going to happen until it happened.
Yeah, I wish they actually stayed on it a little bit longer than they did. It was too quick for my liking.
For another minute.
Yeah, of him staring at himself in the mirror, walking away in slow motion.
But wait.
And the reflection stays where it is, looking out.
Oh, wow. It's incredible. It's incredible stuff. It really is. The special effects are mind-blowing.
Back to drunken Jim.
Yeah, anyway, back to Jim.
And his missus, and she's just screaming from the get-go, "I'm sorry I let you down," is what she's saying. "You didn't let me down. Let's try and start over. We've both got problems." She says, "I think I'm beyond that now." And Jim says, "I'm going to get some fresh air."
He seems to be the only one who's trying to reconcile this relationship.
Yeah.
It's like more than once he's tried, and she's just not having any of it.
No. And like when she's like, "Fine, you go." And then there's a pause while she's just looking off screen. Then you just hear...
He shouts.
Yeah. "I'm not running away."
She's like, "What?" "Nothing."
We get the shiny shoes again and the disappearing legs.
There they are. Old shiny shoes in a black suit. Remember them? Remember them from earlier?
I do.
Well, this is where it all gets exploded. Oh, no, hang on. No, sorry, no. They just appear again and then vanish again.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Neil's wife turns up in the office. "Come to bed, you need to sleep." He says, "I'd love to, but I need you to go away now. I have too much to do."
I love that line.
And then repeats that exact line again.
It's late. Come to bed. You need your sleep.
I'd love to, but I can't. I have too much to do. I'm sorry. I'd love to, but I need you to go away now. I have too much to do.
thing is, Breen, he's reading his book, right? He can't even read convincingly.
No.
There's no way that you believe he's reading. He's pointing at lines as well.
Yeah.
And again, my daughter's 7. She doesn't have to point at what she's looking at in order to read.
Ken's really, really showing his the intelligence of his daughter off in this one.
I'm hoping Neil Breen's listening and maybe he get her apart.
Yeah.
Oh, no, hang on. No.
Yeah,
no,
he's fucking wife.
No, bloody shower scene. Yeah, I just really enjoyed the fact that he says, but I need you to go away now.
I need you to go away now. I love you.
That's that is the best way to get somebody to walk off.
Yeah.
Rather than like, I'm just a bit busy at the moment.
Yeah.
Or could you come back in a while? No, I need you to go away now.
Yeah. Come to bed. I'd love to, but I need you to go away now. I love the next shot is him apologising.
Yeah. And she's just saying, are you having an affair?
He's like, no, I'm not. I'm with you.
Yeah, I like it because he says, don't be ridiculous, which is what we were all thinking to that sentence.
Yeah.
That possibility was, don't be ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm just frustrated
with you.
I'm with you.
I am so sorry for pushing you away.
Are you having an affair? That's it, isn't it? You are, aren't you?
No, I'm not having an affair. Don't be ridiculous. I'm with you.
I'm just frustrated with writing. I haven't told you the truth, though. And she says, I knew it. It's another girl. And he says, no, that is not true. And then he has shifty eyes after he says it. It's so obviously fucking shit.
But then he breaks the news.
He hasn't been writing a novel.
He's hacking.
He's going to expose the world, starting with himself.
I haven't told you the truth, though.
I knew it. There is another girl.
No, that is not true. I have not been writing another novel. I've been hacking into government and corporate international secrets all over the world. And I'm going to expose them all. And no one knows I'm doing it.
I fucking love her reaction to that.
Yeah.
She can't fucking believe it. It's the most incredible news she's ever heard from Neil Breen. Yeah, it's fully justified, her reaction to that. And then we have a quick cut and he's in the bin bag room again.
He's in the nip.
In the fucking nip.
What? Are you crazy? That's dangerous.
Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone.
Shall we invite people to come to a barbecue?
This is where they're standing in the kitchen as well.
Yes.
Yeah, good ideas.
Why don't you phone them now and ask them to do that?
Yeah.
I will. I'm already on the phone.
Hi, Amy. Would you and Alcoholic Jim like to come to a barbecue? Yes, we would. Let's go.
Yeah, we could do with a break.
Yeah. Poolside barbecue. Snorkers on the fucking barbecue. Getting cooked up.
Oh, look out.
What more could you ask for, Ken?
I'll tell you what you could ask for.
Go on.
The doctor of the hospital
Why the
that
fuck
you
is he
used to
there?
be there. Because somebody's invited her.
Oh.
I don't know who it was, but nobody seems to know why they're there. But yeah, it's you, the doctor from the hospital.
Yeah.
And she says, yes, it is, yes. And here is my fiancé,
Tim.
Tim.
Tim stands like a cunt, I've written.
Yeah, like an idiot.
Yeah, it's like someone's grabbed hold of his belt and pulled him forward.
Yeah. And they say, oh, hey, Dylan, look, it's the doctor from the hospital.
Yeah.
And he says, oh, yes. He says, this is Tim, my fiancé. He says, hello. He says, oh, why don't I go and get a drink to celebrate? Yeah, go on, Tim. Go on, get out of here.
I like that, because it's like, what are we celebrating,
Yeah,
Tim?
it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, he didn't even say hello. He just went, I'll get us a drink to celebrate.
Yeah, and anyway, off he fucks, because no one cares.
She reaches into her pocket.
Yeah, her phone, a little message on her phone.
Pulls it out, and a little book falls to the ground.
What on earth could this be?
Well, Neil Breen picks it up, opens it to the exact page, and written on it, it's a magical day. I've put Breen has aged a lot more than she has.
Hasn't he fucking just?
Fucking hell. And they find out that they knew each other, and we get the most awkward handshake you'll ever see put to film, because she's holding the book in one hand. He clasps her wrist and then puts his hand over the book and shakes her hand. It's fucking horrible.
Yeah, it says, I wrote that when we were kids. And she says, I never knew it was you.
Yeah.
Even though, you had a bandage on your face. And then she said, and I never thought to look at the name on the chart. It's like, you're a fucking doctor. What sort of doctors who give a fuck?
Yeah.
I just thought he was some old fucker with his arse out.
Yeah.
And a fucking catcher's mitt on his head.
They think of each other every fucking day.
Every single fucking day. No doubt about it.
And I've written Jim's drunk. Snorkers flying.
Snorkers abound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unleashed. Snorkers unleashed by Jim.
He tries to feel up Emily.
He does, of course. Why not?
She pushes him away and he ends up knocking the fucking sausages.
He says, you're drunk. Snorkers hit the ground. He just shrugs again like a fucking idiot.
He's like, no, I'm Jim.
Oh, Jim!
We also get a very awkward toast where everyone's standing very close in a circle together.
Yeah, toast to meeting again. And then he says, I fucking love you, or something out loud in front of everyone. No one notices. That's weird. Something like that. He's a bit obvious, isn't he, Dylan?
Yeah.
He's not the stealthiest of fuckers.
He does the smile and nod again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cut to Jim. He's back in his office. He's working away, and he decides to do the Chevy Chase Christmas vacation. Look out the window to see a beautiful woman.
It's Dylan, not Jim.
Oh, sorry,
Jim's
Dylan.
drunk. He's sleeping it off.
Yeah, he's face down in the pool.
Ferrari tits.
Yeah. Yes, he looks out the window like Chevy Chase and he sees a beautiful woman going to use the pool.
Oh, who could this be?
And she gets her tits out just to go for a swim at Neil's house, of all places.
It's the last place you'd be wanting to do it.
It's the stepdaughter.
I wouldn't even get my tits out in his house.
No.
Absolutely not.
And you love that shit.
Yeah, and I'm an ugly bastard.
And she just says, Neil, just at him.
Neil Breen.
And he turns around and massages his head.
Yeah, normal headache.
Yeah. Then she goes for a bath.
Yeah, interrupted by the bath running. And he's like, Emily, is that you having a bath? No, it's Ali, I believe her name is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's having a quick bath. He puts her right, doesn't he? With a very stern telling off.
I like his comedy eyes wide as she drops the towel in front of him.
Mine did that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. There's ages of Neil Breen nodding and telling her to stop.
Please, stop. You must stop this.
Yep.
Please, stop doing this.
And this is where we're at the halfway point of the film.
Yes, fucking
hell.
ages, isn't it?
Feels about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Neil, he bollocks his wife for letting that stepdaughter swim topless and take a bath.
Yeah. Basically, he just tells her everything and blames her for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I thought was a perfect fucking alibi, wasn't it?
Mm.
Well done to him.
Amy, she apologises over the phone because Emily rings her, saying it won't happen again. And that kicks off a fight between Jim
it's brutal.
and Amy later
it's brutal,
on.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
They throw drinks over each other.
My God.
She starts it. She throws the drink over him first.
What does he say? It's just like, it's your fault for letting her go over there. Or
something like that, yeah. So she throws her drink over him.
Yeah.
He throws his drink over her.
Yeah.
Then she throws her glass at him, which, I don't know, I mean, that seemed too normal. That seemed actually like quite good, that bit. Because I think she did just throw her glass at him.
Yeah.
And anyway, fuck that. He's off to the garage to Ferrari tits.
She goes into the bedroom.
Yep, natural reaction. He's fucked off to his car. What's she gone to do?
She's gone to grab a gun.
Of course she has. Why not?
It's fucking America, that's why.
I had an argument. I better go and get the gun just in case.
Yeah. She turns up into the garage whilst he's there on all fours, buffering his wheel arch.
Buffering his trim.
Yes. And she says, I'm going to shoot this damn car full of holes. And he says, no, wait, don't. And as he reaches out to her, she shoots and kills him instantly.
I mean, the car's bigger than Jim, in fairness. She could have just aimed elsewhere, if that was her intention. But also, why the fuck is she doing that? I hate that if somebody even just poured my drink away. let alone something that's cost thousands and thousands of fucking dollars. Even if somebody just poured my drink away and I'd got more, that would piss me off.
Yeah.
So doing that's way too extreme, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially for what provocation she had, which was, why don't you look after, make sure your daughter, you know where she is, or some shit.
The daughter is upset.
Yeah, she comes in. She sees what's happened. She sees his dead body prone. And
face down, arse up he is.
Yeah, which is how Amy should have been, to be honest. She'd be a lot more fucking useful. Okay, a lot more palatable.
He's in sleeping baby pose, basically.
Yeah, like Marty McFly.
Yeah, how Marty McFly sleeps.
Anyway, she's there saying to Ali, you didn't see anything. Meanwhile, Neil Breen's on his way over. For
Neil Breen's just knocking on the door.
I'm not sure what he's doing there. I don't know whether he didn't trust Emily to tell Amy that her daughter had been getting her tits out. I don't know. Either way, he's gone round to maybe ask if he could see them again. And as he gets there, he breaks in, because he does. That's how Neil Breen operates. If you don't answer the door, he'll get in anyway. So just make sure you do.
Yeah.
That's
his MO.
I will knock first. He's not like a vampire. We've got to invite him in. He actually prefers if you don't.
Yeah, he's more predatory than a vampire.
Yeah, and looks shitter.
Yes.
But anyway, in he goes. He breaks into the house. He sees what's going on, and he gives us one of the most grief masterclasses I've ever fucking seen. It's powerful, and it's upsetting. I remember it from the first time we watched it, and I was equally upset watching it again. Yeah, it doesn't go away this time. It doesn't. It haunt you for life.
Yeah, this is like the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan, isn't it?
It is. It's difficult to speak about, to be honest, listeners. If you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, this is the famous suicide scene from this film that has been posted from here to Portland, Maine, and it's Breen randomly smearing Jim's blood all over his face as he's sort of wailing. I say wailing. His
Just
voice is a bit of a higher octave.
I don't know if it is. I think it's the same. Jim.
Jim! Jim! Call 911! Jim! Jim! How could you have done this? Jim! I can't believe you committed suicide. I cannot believe you committed suicide. How could you have done this? How could you have committed suicide? I can't help you out of this one, Jim. With all we've been through, I can't pull you out of this one. Goodbye, my friend. Goodbye.
It's a powerful, powerful scene.
It certainly is.
And it's difficult to watch.
Yeah, it's difficult to talk about, as I say. Amy, she's not any easier to discuss it. She's on the phone instead of calling 911 like they keep telling her. She's phoned Emily, and they're mentioning the word suicide to each other.
Yeah, Amy says that she's driven him to suicide.
Yeah,
it's her fault.
Yeah, she believes it is her fault. Neil Breen, like Dylan, he can't believe it so much that he tells himself he can't believe it until he eventually just falls asleep.
Yes,
he's put himself to sleep, not believing it.
Yeah,
on a laptop.
He's so drained, so tired, so exhausted, is what he says. And then he's back naked with bin bags up the walls.
Yeah, good job he's not got a coffee to try and stir himself out of it. He spilt that, wasn't he?
Yeah,
really slowly. Anyway, back to when he's awake. And he's telling Emily that it wasn't her fault that Jim committed suicide. like we were all linking it to that.
Yeah, like no one has mentioned it's Emily's fault except Neil Breen.
Yeah, but it's because she thinks because she chastised him for knocking over her snorkers, that Jim has been consumed with grief and regret.
Yeah, she should have just let him sexually assault her at the barbecue like he wanted.
Well, some women are like that though, aren't they? Uppity.
Oh, dear me.
Yeah, and more snorker oriented than others. And she really loves her snorkers.
I love me snorkers. It's got to maybe be a new T-shirt design, I think.
I think she should have been wearing it, shouldn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neil, he isn't signing the book deal, by the way, if you were wondering.
Really? Tell me more. How does he break this news?
He just says, I'm not signing this book deal, and he starts throwing shit.
Yeah. No more books for you, he shouts down the phone. No more books.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll tell him. He says he's not even been writing a fucking book.
Yeah.
Although he's surrounded by books all the time and constantly writes. Not writing anything. No more books.
Bin bag hell again.
Yeah. Hold hands. Holds
He's got
hands.
a naked woman with him, though.
Yeah, he's got a hold hands flashback in the bin bag world with side boobs.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is.
No.
Who's that supposed to be?
I don't, because it's not blonde. She's not blonde, so it's not Leah.
Is it Emily? Naked side boob?
But I don't think the hair's the same as Emily's either.
I think it's the fucking daughter.
Oh, really? Yeah, it could be.
It looks like her hair.
Yeah.
But what the fuck? Anyway, back to the laptop room and Emily, and it says, we can't go on like this. And then she starts to be a book thrower.
Yeah. I'm going out of my mind, she says. And then Neil goes sees his therapist.
Yeah, and then we cut to the old woman again. He smiles again, looks fucking horrible. And she says, tell me of your dreams.
What is your quest?
And then we cut back to the old man in the other psychotherapist room. And he says, are you seeing another therapist?
He lies.
But yeah, but it's like, I don't know, the question is, are you molesting women half your age? I mean, that's how he reacts. He's like, no!
Yeah.
No, I'm not! And then, like, that's the question that really upsets him. Are you seeing another therapist?
Yeah.
Nothing else has upset him apart from that.
He talks about losing the love of his life at 9 years of age, which means he's only a year older than her in this timeline.
Yeah. He talks about his research, doing some research and shit.
Yeah, he keeps this black stone to remind himself of her.
In his fucking hand.
Yeah.
Forevermore.
And again, I've written in capitals, he isn't writing a book, for fuck's sake, because that's all we're talking
He's doing
about.
research.
Yeah.
He's not even writing a book, it's research.
The therapist asks about his research, which shocks Neil. How the hell do you know that? Then we get a cut of the wife on the phone talking about it. So is that...
She's spilling the beans
she told
to get the
therapist.
drugs.
Yeah.
She wants the drugs, so she's helping the therapist know about his research. For reasons we just don't know.
We get a brief meet in the park. Leah.
Yep. Very, very unconvincing walking from Breen.
Yeah.
Not even walking, not even able to walk.
No.
And make you think that it's normal.
Yeah. He doesn't even do left leg then right leg. Sometimes he'll do left leg twice.
He'll do both.
And
Both
yeah,
at once.
Yeah. He sees her.
Like a Hong Kong vampire.
Yes. He sees her, gives her a hair stroke. They depart.
Yeah. And then look back at each other.
Then they turn back. Then they hug. And then they stroll together. What the fuck was that? That was like interpretive dance they just did then.
Well, she's broken the engagement with Tim.
Yeah, I've put she's broken up with disabled Tim.
After meeting Neil Breen again and seeing that how beautifully he's aged. Twice the rate that she has.
It's okay. She's loved someone else since she was 8 years old.
And he says, fucking hell, who?
Yeah.
She's like, you dumb goose.
You silly goose.
And he's like,
They declare their love face to face, literally.
Yeah, I didn't even think they were in the same scene for this. It looked like she was not.
Yeah.
He's staring right into her fucking face, and it looked like she was trying to look elsewhere.
Yeah.
So as not to be staring back at him.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrible. Every scene he's like with a woman is fucking horrible.
He's too close, or he
very much.
He can't stop touching them.
He's always touching them.
Yeah.
Every fucking scene he's in with Leia now, he's touching her in some fucking way.
Yeah.
Horrible stuff. But yeah, he says, I've loved you since we were 8 years old, walking in the forest and finding a black cube. It's like, that's very specific, Dylan.
Yeah, the happy memories.
That was, what was it about that day? The cube.
Yeah.
I thought, I love her. Look at that cube. That's fucking nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I love that show.
Still, what a mushroom. Here it is, exhibited here. But yeah, apparently that was it. And she said it truly was magic. She says, you're everything I've ever wanted. Written by Neil Breen. It comes up on the screen just to remind you.
He does the vacant-eyed smile at her.
Yeah, and we have a little cut there to Emily, who's sat at home on her own drinking some wine.
Yep. And she grabs some pills.
Yeah, we flash back to them in the woods again, and we see the mushroom, we see some trinkets, we see a wind spirit. Then we go back to Emily, she's picking up the pills. Then we go back to, it was a magical day, a magical time. Then we go back to Emily, she's now spilled the wine all over herself and the bed sheet, which looks remarkably waterproof. So you'd imagine Neil Breen perhaps pisses himself whilst he sleeps.
Probably. He is that age.
You'd like to think so.
Mm-hmm.
Either that, it's the absolutely foul bukkake fests that he's got people in there for. Either way, waterproof sheets, nice work, Neil. We cut back then to Dylan molesting Leia by the tree that they were at when they were kids, and they both remove their tops.
I've put, he lowers her straps, and she does the same to him.
Problem I've got with this scene, right?
Fucking hell, how long you got?
Problem I've got is he lowers her strap so we can still see her top is up, covering herself.
Yeah.
And yet the nipple we get to see is Neil Breen.
Oh, yes.
What the fuck? I was going to say, who'd have thought we'd want to see that? But it's him, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's thought, get my nip out.
Yeah.
Have a bit of that, ladies.
Yeah.
Control yourselves.
Yeah, I've put one of our albums, Tits Out by the Tree.
Yeah, and then we get like a Naked Gun clothes drop.
We
see their feet and their clothes just fall around them.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Horrible.
Absolutely horrible.
I just didn't see both of their legs raise up.
Anyway, no time for that. He's at home now.
Emily!
He's at home and says, Emily, wake up. Wake up. Oh, Emily, wake up. And then says, it was you.
You're the one.
I know it was you. We don't really know what the fuck he's talking about. He's there cradling her dead body and saying, I know it was you.
I've said he's blaming her for a blabbermouth even on her deathbed.
I think so, yeah. So he's still blaming her for being dead.
Yeah.
For killing herself.
I like how the sad music plays and he just mouths the word no.
I didn't see
cut.
It. Yeah, but I know it was you. Like he's still having to go at her for what? For killing. I think it's
telling the therapist.
Yeah, but
who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Anyway, back to work.
Back to work.
He's back to work. He opens his little phone.
Only for 15 seconds.
He opens his phone. It's the same one he had when he was in a comatose. And he's just a little dictaphone. He just says, Emily's dead. And then just puts the phone down. I think, fuck it, actually.
Yeah, brilliant.
That's the end of that scene.
Time to go to sleep.
Yep, the cube, it vanishes. They have a kiss in the woods. Then we're in the bin bag world with a bit of side boob. And then he's on the phone. And he says, it's not a book, it's research. The old woman who you assume he's speaking to isn't on the phone at all. So I don't know what the fuck that's got to do with anything. She's just sat there smiling like she's, I don't know, wetting herself while just having a piss in her own pants. She's just there, and she says, you must continue what you are doing. It is important for humanity.
Yeah.
For humanity, everyone.
He says it's deeper than the first book, but no, it's not a book. It's research that will make a strong, significant difference.
Knocks her out, just punches her in the face. It's not a book!
It will make a strong, significant difference to all the country.
Yeah. She says it's important for humanity.
Yeah.
He must continue what he's doing.
Spinach on a plate is my next line. It's a massive fucking plate full of spinach just on a fucking plate on its own. And she's just standing there watching him eat it.
She can't fucking believe that he's eating spinach, can she? She has never seen that sort of shit happening.
I've never seen someone eat it like that.
Thing is, he can't believe it either. No. He's got a fucking look on his face like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Spinach?
Yeah.
He's got a plate with spinach leaves on it, and he's eating them with a fork.
Yep.
He can't believe it. She can't believe it. Dom couldn't believe it, and nor could I, and you won't believe it. And do you know how vital it is? It's not. He puts the plate down, very, very precariously balanced on some books. It falls off. They laugh. She can't fucking believe that either. She's like, oh, the spinach has fallen. He's laughing his head off. End of scene.
Yes.
That's enough of that. There's no spinach-related scenes from here on in. It's a shame, because that was the highlight of the film.
Yeah. And if you didn't know what he was doing, we're again told he's not writing a book. He's hacking into the most secret corporate and government secrets on a massive level, worldwide.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So he spills the spinach, then he spills the beans.
Yes.
Yes, and that's what he spills there. She can't fucking believe that either. Her mind has been blown so much since meeting him again. I bet she's thinking, I wonder if Tim is okay.
Yeah.
Would still answer a call.
Yeah. Leah says this will end up getting you killed. And then
he says, no, it's the most secret. It's the most secret and nobody knows except you. Nobody knows I'm doing this.
No, it's the most secret.
And then he says, but you're right. Somebody might find out and I might die. So I can't wait any longer. And he throws 2 books into his own laptops. He breaks one of them. I don't think he's happy with that, to be honest. But
that took 29 takes.
Really?
Him throwing the books. Yeah.
Fucking hell. How can you not throw books correctly?
The no more book scene took 29 takes. In one take, Neil Breen accidentally cracked the laptop screen.
Oh, in this one, he smashes the keys off.
Oh, yeah. You know the no more books
Yeah,
one?
the earlier one.
29 takes.
Fucking hell. Who does he think he is? Kubrick.
Yes.
But his Scatman's crying in the corner. It's his laptop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
and he brought it in to lend it him.
Yeah.
He says, you need a laptop for this scene. There you go. There's my... No!
No, Neil! Oh, yeah, he destroys the fucking thing himself, doesn't he?
Yeah, the keys are all over the place. And I just thought, you fucking broke that, you idiot.
Yeah.
It's not on, but still.
Unabomber turns up, I've written.
Oh, yes, yeah. Yeah, he says that he smashes his laptops and says, you're not ready for this. No one's ready for this. And the only guy who is ready for it is the Unabomber who's turned up with some chloroform.
Knocks out Leia, takes her with him, leaves a note.
I think it's an accident.
What?
I think it's an accident that he drops that by mistake, that card. I think that card is from Mr. Big Business.
Oh, I thought he left that on purpose.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I must admit, I was fucking watching someone else, having a drink and on my phone and playing Hoopaloo with the Wind by this time. I thought he dropped it by accident. I thought that was his instruction. Take her too. And then Neil Breen finds it because in the struggle, he drops it from his pocket.
That would make sense. He's clogging up her answer phone anyway, trying to get hold of her.
Yeah, asking her to pick up, which doesn't work on an answer machine. You don't hear any of that until after the call's finished. But still, he's trying.
And she can't ring you because you're on the fucking phone.
What's the purpose of the kidnapping?
No, none whatsoever.
Because there's no motive behind it, is there?
Nope.
Which is why I thought he doesn't find...
Well, the motive, Ken, is he's about to unearth corruption.
Well, yeah, but why kidnap her and not leave a note? Unless he does leave, I don't know. It just looked accidental, but maybe he just dropped it, but was supposed to put it down, dropped it and thought, yeah, fuck it. It'll do.
Either way, he knows exactly where to go, and the Unabomber's inexplicably asleep in the fucking car park outside. And Neil, he goes up to him, asks for the keys to the locks, because he sees that she's tied up, blindfolded and whatnot. And he says that he doesn't have them.
So he just smashes a bottle over his fucking head.
Yep. And then he gets up, disappears through the door.
Well, before that, he goes like this. Leah. And you think, you can speak louder, you've knocked the fucking bloke out. Why are you whispering? She's not going to fucking hear you. Anyway, she's in there, she's blindfolded, she's gagged. He stands right at the door, the closed door, and fades into nothing. And then, unfortunately, reappears shortly afterwards inside the horse box that they've inexplicably held her in.
He's magic.
Isn't he fucking just?
And he's got a plan. Put the blindfold back. So he takes the blindfold off.
Yeah, so he says, look, it's me, Neil Breen. And she goes, oh okay. I thought it was Tim.
Shit.
I thought Tim had come. Oh, well.
But yeah, he's got a plan. Put the blindfold back on. And the gag.
Why?
Don't make a noise.
Why?
I'm going to walk through the wall with you.
Why do I need the gag on?
Just trust me. Yeah. My note is, if I was her, I'd assume that he'd set this all up to save her himself and make himself look like a hero. Cut to him bollocking that stepdaughter again.
Yeah.
Ali.
Yeah, saying, you must stop doing this. She's like, what are you talking about? This is my house.
Yeah.
He's like, stop it. Stop getting these tits out. And he's there jiggling them away.
Well, she tells him that, oh, by the way, my mom killed my dad.
Oh. What?
If it is my dad, I don't know. It was never actually confirmed.
Go to the police. Now. He says, oh, okay.
It's like the police are already there talking to my mom.
Yeah, and he says very, very slowly just walks off. One look over her shoulder, because he's a beautiful man. Why wouldn't she take an extra look?
You'd have to take that all in, hadn't you?
And then she goes away. That's the end of that scene. And her.
Yep. Shiny shoes again, we see him.
Fucking
Remember him?
His tiny little baby steps all the way through. Every time you see him, he's walking like he's putting one foot directly in front of the other.
Everybody's going for the kinky boots. Boots.
Nobody fucking walks that small step.
No.
Nobody. Not even my 7-year-old daughter.
Who can wave, do a project on elephants, and speak properly.
That's right. And she knows how to eat spinach. She's no fool. No, she doesn't. She's never eaten fucking spinach. 7-year-old.
It's not Popeye.
7 years old. Nobody's eating spinach.
Stuff moving in the office on its own. You got a door opening very, very slowly. I'm glad they kept all that in.
The mirror's moving.
Yeah.
There's a painting that's moving. If you liked the mirror moving, don't worry, we get to see the mirror moving again later on.
This is when he starts constantly touching Leia as she's asleep, and he won't get out the fucking bed.
That I really enjoyed that, actually, his very slow exit from the bed.
Oh my God, it takes forever. Get the fuck out the bed, Neil. Fucking hell, man. Hour and 40 minutes.
This is the stroke of midnight, and the cube vanishes before our very eyes.
Betwixt his cheeks.
In it goes.
He leaves to go walking through the desert, and he rings her on the phone.
I thought it was fucking brilliant.
I didn't know that was his voice at first.
He awakes, and he's quite startled by waking up, isn't he? He's not
Yeah.
used to waking up. So when he does wake up, he doesn't know what's going on. He's like, he looks around with his fucking, I can't believe what's happening here.
Yeah.
It was very, very dark, and now it's not so dark, as though my eyes have been opened by the end of sleep. That would have been a good internal monologue.
Yeah.
Just explaining what waking up is. But
I
yeah,
like
he
it.
looks startled. And then he does. He reaches over, touches her fucking face, and then slowly reverses out of the bed.
I hated it.
In shot at all the time.
It takes so long.
I fucking loved him getting out of bed. That's how I'm going to get out of bed from now.
I thought you do it like they do in Repo. Like how he exits a room. Don't you do the same?
Oh, yeah, but if I'm in the bed, I'm going to exit like that.
Yeah. And then get to the door.
Yeah, and then start singing.
Yeah.
No, I fucking loved it. Yeah, and then he's just in the car. He's in his car. Fuck knows where he's going. But if you do ever leave in the middle of the night, I guess, do make sure that when you phone up to say where you're going, you say, I'm going to go out of town for a day, but everything is okay.
And keep saying that.
Everything is okay.
Leah, hi, this is Dylan. I just got out of bed. I'm sorry. I've got to go out of town for a day. I'm sorry for not telling you. I had no idea this was going to happen. I'll only be gone for a day. I promise everything is okay. Everything is okay. Do not worry, please. I'm sorry I had to sneak out on you like that. I love you, Leah. I love you, Leah. I'll be back soon. Don't worry, everything is okay.
Anyway, he's in the fucking desert.
Yeah.
He's in the desert. He finds some hooded fox. Not sure what they're doing, but they're just sort of hanging about in the desert.
3 hooded fox.
Yeah, wearing fucking hoods. There's a big old fucking book.
Should I be afraid? Should we be afraid? He asked them.
Well, it's a good question. Let me tell you the answer. We don't know. We just got that scene. That's the end of that.
Yep.
Back to the woman doctor, her office. And as all doctors do when they leave a practice, they just leave a big Post-it note stuck to the door saying, I've gone.
Yes.
Never to be seen again. Goodbye.
And she disappears. She fades out.
Yeah, she does as well. I assume death has claimed her.
Probably.
But still, yeah, she's just gone.
Not much older than Neil himself.
No, and then we go back to bed. Neil, he's copping a feel. Copping a feel and a fucking arse on this one. He's got his hand. You don't see his hand touching her, but it is below the covers of where her arse would be. And you just think, it's unnecessary. You're in bed together. You don't need to be touching her.
Yeah.
But still, there he is, and we get the tiny stepper in the black shoes once again. But wait. Blood.
Blood?
Blood dripping onto his beautiful, shiny shoes.
Blood?
Well, those feet covered in blood. just fade away and vanish.
So whose feet were
Well,
they?
let me tell you, we don't know because we cut from that as well. To Neil Breen once again, sleep creep himself, just staring at Leah while she sleeps.
Yeah.
Very close and touching her hand. And yeah, she wakes up and just goes, ugh. And then says, I'm worried about you. I know she says, I'm worried about him.
What about the tassels?
Yeah, because there's a fucking tassel, and he says, what the fuck is this, you weirdo? And he says, that was left for us by a cheeky midnight creeper.
A friend of ours left it in the middle of the night.
Well,
like, what?
Who's the friend, Don't
know.
Exactly, we don't know. We never fucking will. We just don't know. Anyway, she's on the phone. We don't know who to. But she says, I'm worried about him. But she doesn't need to be, because here is the most powerful news conference ever committed to film.
Absolutely superb.
I want to be honest with all of you. I've been hacking into government and corporate systems all over the country. All over the world. I have discovered more information than any hacker ever has. Ever. What I have found will shock you.
Neil never mentions actual secrets, just how shocking they are.
Yeah,
I've written.
that's how secret they are, Dom. He couldn't actually reveal them in the film, could he? Otherwise, we'd know and we'd be in danger.
That's
Don't you
true.
see?
Oh, yeah,
That's the whole
that's
point
true.
of this film. He's protecting me and you.
There's a load of suited people hanging around. You think, who are these guys? Well, they all get a chance to shine. We got one guy.
Very briefly, but yes.
We got one guy who says,
money, payoffs, and greed were always the priority of my company. Like many companies. I'm afraid of going to prison. They now know my crimes.
he shoots himself in the head.
Quite right, too. Thank you, big business. And hope you pay for your crimes in hell. Who's next?
We have a senator. He resigns. He tells all other senators to resign as well. Every senator in America. Then he hangs himself.
With a piece of fucking string.
Yeah.
No way is that holding him. He's a big fucking bloke. That's snapping, isn't it, that?
Neil Breen says...
Still, hope you pay for your crimes, senators. Who's next?
My releasing these files today will not endanger any innocent persons. But they will identify governments and corporations that have committed fraudulent and criminal activities against mankind. These people must be punished and eliminated immediately.
I resign today as president of the bank.
For their lying, their greed, their injustices.
We were all under pressure to operate in a deceiving way and cheat the customer. Goodbye.
And he also shoots himself in the mouth.
I hope you pay for your crimes in hell, bank president. Who's next?
Congresswoman.
Oh, no.
She resigns. The people deserve much better. Our crimes are about to be disclosed. And then she kills herself with car exhaust fumes.
Take that, Congress. You shall pay for your crimes in hell. Anyone else have we done?
Insurance president.
Oh.
I and other insurance companies are about to be indicted for crimes we've committed. Lying, cheating our customers. Fraud! And then he takes some pills and dies at the wheel of his car.
Instantly.
Yep.
You pay for those crimes? Oh, forget it.
Wall Street brokers.
Oh, fucking hell.
We've been lying, cheating, and scamming investors out of their money. I'm leaving now, rather than going to prison for the rest of my life. Then he slits his wrists in the bath. And gets zipped into a fucking bag.
Jesus Christ, people.
These files will prove to all of you, the political and corporate dishonesty that exists.
That's it. The end. But wait.
What?
Sniper in a bush?
One last hurrah for the big business. Who is this sniper and who is he operating on behalf of?
I don't know.
No, nobody does. Anyway, on with it. How does he get on?
They're systems that are there to undermine society's best interests for the purpose of greed and fraud. You will be shocked and amazed at what I have here.
The sniper's shot dead.
Oh, God.
I can't remember who by. I don't think anyone actually kills him.
I don't think so.
Accidentally shoots himself in the fucking head.
Yeah, listening to that fucking speech.
He's thought better of his wicked ways.
Yeah.
Took his rifle, somehow managed to angle it at his own face, shot his own fucking head off.
Yeah, we never find out who shoots him.
And that's it. Neil Breen gives us one more, telling us to act now, otherwise it'll be too late.
It will scare you. But you should be scared, because it is the truth. You now have all the truths. The real truth. Act now. On your own. Outside of the corporate systems and these incompetent politicians. Act now. It's our only hope for the future.
What the fucking hell was that all about, Dom?
I just don't know. I don't know what any of it was. I don't understand what the plot was.
There was no plot. It was just to tell us that we're being hoodwinked by those who we trust, and we shouldn't anymore trust them.
Right.
And that's it. And if we don't trust them, then they will have no choice but to commit suicide and kill themselves and rid the world of the bad. And we can live and make our own free will choices forevermore. Mm. And who knows, maybe our friend's stepdaughter would come round for a little topless titty pool trip. Yeah, maybe a bit of that. If we're lucky.
In terms of that final scene there, which one did you prefer, this or the one in Belly of the Beast? No, what was it? Belly of the Beast?
Deadly Ground.
Deadly Ground.
Oh, the Steven Seagal's environment.
Mm-hmm.
You said that was 40 minutes long originally, didn't
Originally,
you?
Yes.
It's got to be this one.
Yes.
It's got to be this one. I think the president of the bank, it's himself on his own, is worth $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think this is the most ridiculous way to fucking just wrap everything up. Especially when everything that you've watched before this for an hour and a half makes no fucking sense.
Mm.
It's brilliant. What's the point of Amy and Jim?
They've
got no fucking point. They've got no bearing on what the film's about. What's the point of his wife? Is the wife being addicted to fucking pills?
Yeah. It just shows him in a bad light because he is not responding to the fact that she's spiralling out of control under drug addiction.
He has been very supportive to her, Dom.
Very supportive.
He says this out loud and slowly.
Yeah.
So, cut the man some slack.
Yeah, instead he's just chasing after women way younger than him, even though his wife's
his childhood friend.
Also, his wife is
childhood friend who's just aged less than he has, significantly.
His best friend died. His wife killed herself, and the very next night he's in bed with another woman.
He's loved her since he was fucking 8.
What a cunt.
You son of a bitch. You don't love anything when you're 8. Even your fucking pet. You get over that.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But no, maybe a bike or a skateboard. That's what you love at the age of 8.
Hulk Hogan?
Well, obviously. Fucking obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd have believed it more if Leia was played by Hulk Hogan.
Me too. I would have.
Because you would love him since you were 8.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't believe any of this bullshit.
Really? I thought it was, like documentary-like at times.
It was a little bit. It did hit a little too close to home, if you're asking me.
Yeah, I've actually got a room that's covered in bin bags that I like to sit in naked.
Yes, I remember.
With girls that I've taken.
Is this going in the bad movie cult, Ken?
Let's have a yes.
You reckon?
Of course it is. It's fucking awful, isn't it? It's totally ridiculous. Fully recommended just because we couldn't have done it justice. If you've not seen it, you have to. If you have seen it, then you already know.
Yeah, I mean, I think this falls under very similar to like Ninja Terminator, where it's hard to take the piss because it's so ridiculous. You end up just saying what happens in the film,
Yeah, because it's the way that it's said. That's the issue with this.
Yeah.
And even though we've like read lines out, it's not as good or as bad as the actual version that Neil Breen's thought, yeah, that's fucking going in that. I'm keeping that.
Yeah. And it's going to be the same when we do The Room. It's like, it's not really the film.
That's why we keep putting it off. That's why we've not done this for 4 years.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Yeah.
Just watch the film. It does it itself.
Yeah.
We can't do this justice of how bad this film is. It's fucking awful.
Yeah, I think we do well with stuff that takes itself very seriously, with actors trying.
Well, Neil Breen does try, I think, which is why I don't think he's not the same as Wiseau. Wiseau's sort of okay, I get it. It was a joke then, so we'll pretend it's a joke, and now I'm in on it. Breen's never in on a joke.
No,
he's totally fucking serious.
Yeah.
Everything he does, he thinks is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
And there's no way that he's doing this by mistake. He's doing this because he's doing it on purpose and he thinks it's good.
Yeah.
He's not doing it on purpose because he knows it's a joke and the joke's on us. Or he's doing exactly that. And he is the most masterful pranker in the fucking world.
Yeah, it feels like Tommy Wiseau wanted to make a film about how great of a guy he was. And Neil Breen wants to make films that change the world.
But also how great he is to do it.
Yeah, but he's not just a nice guy in a relationship. He is like
he's fucking Jesus.
He's like
Exactly.
space Jesus, which I love about him.
That's what I like about him. I like him because he seems to be not even aware that what he's doing is shit.
And it doesn't have the dislikability of Cool Cat.
No.
Daddy Derek. Like,
No.
He just seems like a fucking...
No, I mean, so Neil Breen follows us on bloody Twitter.
Does he?
Yes. Whether it's really him or not, but yeah, he does. Yeah.
I can't imagine he knows how to work internet.
What are you talking about? He's been hacking into the government secrets for years, Dom, you mad bastard. He'll know that this is out before we even release it.
Yeah, well, that's him there. Just take my face off, Neil Breen.
I can't believe it's you. But I think it's a fucking unbelievable film in the fact that it exists.
Yeah.
And it's been released and people have actually watched it. And it's recommended to watch. I don't think if you're going to do a Neil Breen marathon, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
In my opinion. You
Because
can't
they are
watch
difficult to watch.
Yeah. And I think maybe watching it without stopping it to write notes may have been an easier watch.
Yeah.
Because it took me a few days to watch this.
Yeah, well, when we actually did it together, it took hours for us to get through it.
Yeah, because we had to keep stopping it to write shit down. Because it's like, what?
Yeah. And by the end, we were really angry. We went two-footed on it to the point where we didn't release it because it wasn't funny enough.
Yeah, just pure anger.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, this one's probably not funny either, but
Yeah.
so, at least it's out there and it's done. I don't think I'll watch this film ever again in my life.
No, I don't think so.
Nor will I be upset about that. And I'm not even sure, apart from for doing these, I'd watch any other film by Neil Breen.
No.
But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what people want. You know, the power's in your hands.
Yeah, we'll see what the listens are like for this. If no one listens to this episode, we'll never do a Neil Breen film again. So
Neil Breen is very niche.
Yeah. He's much more niche for bad movies than like Birdemic and
I mean, The Room. Everyone's heard of The Room.
Yeah,
but Neil Breen, not a chance.
No,
and rightly so.
Yeah,
yeah, but fucking awful film. Thoroughly entertaining for all the wrong reasons, and painfully watchable.
And first time on the pod, first time in the bad movie cult. Thank you very much, Neil.
In he goes. Of course you do.
Welcome.
Thanks for following us. I hope you listen to the episode.
Yes.
Maybe consider having us invite us into the next scene. That you're going to shoot. I'll just say as well, the end credits of this film. We go through all of this, written by, directed by, edited by, starring. And then at the end of the credits, it says that all companies in these credits that feature either the letter N or B are purely fictitious and were done personally by Neil Breen.
Fucking hell.
So he's even the credits, even everybody that he's pretended he's hired to do stuff, it's fucking him as well.
Yeah.
But why would you bother doing that if at the end of the credits you're going to say it to everyone? Unless he assumes no one else is actually going to sit through the fucking credits or even finish the film.
And he'd be correct.
Well, I did.
Yes, so there we go. That is Neil Breen done, dusted. He's inducted, and we move on.
Thank you, Neil Breen, and thank you, Dom.
Thank you, Neil Breen, for teaching us how to love again.
Yes, I hope I find a small black cube in the woodland.
Yes. Hope I can find a mushroom with a box in it. We're on all social medias.
Yes, we are. Of course we are.
Such Bad Movie Cult, you'll find us on there. We're on Letterboxd as well.
Damn right we are.
Ken making his way slowly through his massive archive of fucking films he owns.
I'm pretty much done. Pretty much done. I'm adding as I'm going now because I'm still buying shit. So
yeah.
Yep, I'm adding them all on as we go.
5-star reviews, please. Word of mouth reviews. Get people listening.
Yeah,
the more the merrier.
Go on, just send somebody a link. See what happens.
The more the merrier. Gets the podcast growing and keeps us knowing that you want us to do this. And that's the main thing. Oh, we'll stop. I tell you what.
Imagine that. Imagine that. We wouldn't even tell you. We just not do another one.
No. As it turns out, we are doing another one, though.
Okay.
We're going to be back.
I was threatening them there, Dom.
Oh, sorry.
It's a threat. They will go, oh, no. Or, oh, thank fuck for that.
Well, we've just done Shadow Warriors and Neil Breen, so I'm not used to having peril in anything we've done. So, I just got rid of it straight away. Yes, we are. We're going to be back, and we're going to be back for a Valentine's Day special.
Yes, a beautiful love story. What have we done the last couple of years?
We've done Fatal Attraction.
And Basic Instinct.
Basic Instinct.
Those beautiful love stories that we all know. Well, this one, let's go real deep emotional love.
Let's do the greatest love story between a woman and a dead man. Necromantic 2 is not what we're covering.
Shame, though. Good film.
Good film.
It's not. I don't know if it is.
It isn't.
No. You're going to throw in a fucking 9-minute black and white film about an egg. I don't know. I don't know if you're going to win yourself any awards from me.
Eraserhead. No, what are we covering, Ken? What we got for him?
It's going to be the Patrick Swayze. Who's the woman?
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore. Ghost.
Another chance for Ken to kick the shit, proverbially, out of Patrick Swayze for not being a good enough person.
I'll kick the shit out of him and I'll lick the shit out of her.
Super. What more can you ask for? So that's going to be releasing next month in February.
That should have been the tagline. Yeah, so more on that when we do it.
And Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah. Not any comment for her.
Okay.
Forgot she was in it.
So that's something to look forward to. So until then, all I have to say is thank you for listening and goodbye. Goodbye, Ken.
Goodbye, Tom, and goodbye to all of you CEOs of whatever company that you've chosen to become the best. I resign! Yeah, and I'm an ugly bastard.